Is it true that there is something bigger than just a happy reunion? Was the moment BTS gathered again on the Los Angeles beach only a picture of temporary togetherness? Or was there a hidden reality that Taehyung finally revealed until Jungkook was truly shocked? This is the question that is now the center of attention for millions of ARMYs around the world. A meeting that initially seemed full of smiles, laughter, and nostalgia suddenly left a big question mark after Taehyung finally spoke up and revealed something never imagined before. Everyone knows, the BTS reunion on the LA beach was a moment long awaited. After so long the members were busy with their own paths, their appearance together by the Sea of Los Angeles seemed to be a cure for longing for fans. The videos and photos that spread showed them playing, laughing, even singing together like before. But who would have thought that behind all that happiness was a much more complicated story? Taehyung, with his serious expression, finally exposed something that made Jungkook stunned in shock, even suddenly changing the atmosphere. What exactly did Taehyung say? Why did his words open up old wounds that had never been touched before? And why did Jungkook become the one most surprised to hear it? This is the series of events that shook ARMY, while revealing another side of a reunion never imagined before. The BTS reunion in LA was actually planned long in advance. Many thought the event was only to relieve longing, share laughter, or simply reminisce about the past. But according to internal sources close to one of the members, this moment actually had a deeper purpose. There was a serious conversation that needed to be conveyed between the members, something that might determine the direction of BTS's future. This became clearer when Taehyung suddenly decided to speak up, even though the atmosphere had initially been full of jokes and joy. Amid the waves of the ocean accompanying the reunion night, Taehyung looked at Jungkook with a meaningful gaze. All the members paused for a moment, as if knowing that what was about to come out of Taehyung's mouth was not something trivial. "There is something we have all been holding back," he said softly, but clearly enough for everyone present to hear. That sentence alone was enough to make Jungkook turn with a confused and shocked expression. A big question arose. What exactly had Taehyung been holding back? Why did he choose this happy reunion moment to reveal the truth? And more importantly, what did it have to do with Jungkook that he looked so shocked? Sources present at the location revealed that Jungkook once held his head and bowed after hearing Taehyung's initial statement. ARMY who saw the clip through short recordings on social media immediately became hysterical, speculated, and even created various theories. Some suspected that Taehyung revealed something about internal relations between members. Others said this was related to the group's future after their contract extension. However, the actual answer was more shocking than mere rumors circulating. Taehyung revealed that the reunion in LA was not only a get-together, but also a promise that had to be fulfilled. He said there was something that had always been missed, something that made him feel guilty, and Jungkook was one of the main reasons. Those words made the atmosphere more emotional. Jungkook, known as a strong and cheerful figure, suddenly lost his words. He could only look at Taehyung with teary eyes, as if he could not believe what he had just heard. Even more shocking, Taehyung's words seemed to give a clue that their togetherness in LA was not only about the past, but also about the future. "I don't want there to be regrets anymore," Taehyung said with a trembling voice. This sentence made the atmosphere even more touching, yet full of mystery. What did he mean by regrets? Was there a big decision once made that hurt one of the members, especially Jungkook? For ARMY, these words became a topic of debate. Some believed Taehyung was talking about the difficult times when BTS was at the peak of popularity but faced enormous industry pressure. Others believed Taehyung was signaling about their musical direction going forward, as if to remind that BTS was not just a group, but a family. Jungkook, long considered the golden magne, listened to all of this with a mixture of shock, touched feelings, and confusion. When asked by a crew member present, Jungkook only said briefly, "I didn't expect Taehyung to say it here." That answer alone was enough to make the public wonder even more. What exactly did he mean by it? The reunion in LA, initially full of smiles, turned into a moment of deep reflection. Cameras that captured the expressions of each member showed Jin silent, J-Hope bowing, RM staring at the sea with a heavy expression, while Jimin seemed almost crying. This moment was no longer just a reunion, but an honest confession that had long been held back. Many fans admitted to being swept away with emotion when rewatching the recording. They felt as if witnessing the most fragile side of BTS, something rarely seen in public. The question grew bigger. Would Taehyung's confession change the direction of BTS going forward? And why was Jungkook the one most shaken by that statement? Clearly, the BTS reunion in LA is now recorded not only as a nostalgic moment, but also as a turning point full of surprises. Taehyung had opened the door for deeper discussions, and Jungkook became the witness, as well as the one most impacted. Was this the beginning of a new chapter in BTS's journey? Or rather a warning that there are unresolved matters between them? All remains a mystery, but one thing is certain: ARMY will never stop seeking the answer. In the end, after all the wild speculations, questions that spread, and emotional narratives about Taehyung's statement at the BTS reunion in LA, one thing must be underlined. This news is not entirely true. What was claimed, what was twisted from short video clips, and what became long discussion material among fans on various platforms, in fact left many gaps that prove that the story of Taehyung's shocking confession is not the whole truth, but rather an exaggerated interpretation of a brief moment. The BTS reunion in Los Angeles indeed happened. It was a moment full of nostalgia, laughter, and togetherness. However, the statement portrayed as a shocking fact that left Jungkook shocked never actually came out in a dramatic form as reported. Taehyung did speak, did deliver something touching, but its context was simpler than many assumed. He only expressed his longing, his gratitude for being able to reunite with the members after so long, and a message that he did not want regrets in the future. That sentence, if cut and linked with various speculations, may sound dramatic, but in fact Taehyung was only emphasizing the importance of togetherness. Jungkook's shocked look, according to clarifications from staff present, was not because of some great secret revealed, but because he did not expect Taehyung to speak so honestly and emotionally in public. A close friend of the members even said Jungkook's expression was more about being touched, not shocked by a great secret. Unfortunately, this brief moment was twisted into a much larger narrative, causing ARMY worldwide to wonder and be carried away by emotions. It is important to note that BTS is a group with extremely loyal global fans, so every word, gesture, or expression can turn into a subject of extremely broad interpretation. Social media, with its speed and reach, magnified it. What was originally only a 5-second video clip could become controversial news with a narrative that seemed full of drama. This was exactly what happened during the reunion in LA. Looking deeper, this phenomenon is not the first to hit BTS. Since the start of their career, various rumors, speculations, and dramatic narratives have often emerged, sometimes bigger than reality itself. However, BTS members always showed that they chose to respond calmly, letting time prove the truth. This time was no different. Taehyung never mentioned anything about internal conflict, there was no statement targeting Jungkook, and there was no great confession that would change BTS history. All of that was merely exaggerated perception. In reality, the reunion at the LA beach became one of the warmest moments for BTS. They joked, sang, played with the waves, and cherished the togetherness long lost due to their own busy schedules. That atmosphere was about brotherhood, not about hidden drama. If there were tears, they were tears of joy for being together again, not tears of wounds from a dark secret revealed. ARMY, who had initially been in uproar, eventually began realizing this news did not truly reflect reality. Many major fan accounts finally uploaded clarifications, emphasizing there was no shocking truth revealed by Taehyung. Instead, what existed was gratitude and happiness. These clarifications slowly eased the wave of speculation, though they left an important lesson: how easily a dramatic narrative can arise from a simple moment. From here arises a reflective question. Do we as viewers and fans often too quickly believe in narratives built by media? Do we prefer dramatic stories rather than simple truths? This is another side of the BTS phenomenon. They are not only idols, but also the global center of attention that makes every detail of their lives magnified, romanticized, even consumed by the public excessively. In conclusion, the news about Taehyung revealing shocking facts until Jungkook was shocked at the BTS LA reunion indeed succeeded in grabbing attention, but in fact there was never a major confession as described. What truly existed was a moment full of gratitude, love, and togetherness. If anything was shocking, it was only the sincerity of friendship and bonds still preserved among them. And if Jungkook fell silent, it was only because he was touched seeing how Taehyung, his friend, dared to voice his sincere feelings in front of everyone. This news, although not entirely true, gave an important lesson about how media and speculation can change perception. ARMY, as loyal viewers, need to be wiser in distinguishing fact from dramatic narratives created only for clickbait. Because in the end, what matters most is not the drama we create, but the true happiness of BTS members that we can support with full love.